Okay, so we've got this little piece here called "Every Expert Was Once a Beginning," and we're going to kind of do a deep dive into this,
Yeah.
pretty simple idea, and see what it has to tell us about how to get started on something,
Exactly.
especially if you're feeling kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to unpack, even in just, a few sentences.
Right.
And I think everyone can relate to that feeling
Yeah.
of, looking at someone who's really good at something.
Right.
And wondering, gosh, how did they even get started?
Where do you even begin?
Right.
And I think this text really kind of tackles that head on.
It does.
I mean, just the title itself is so direct. Every expert was once a beginner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so universally applicable.
Absolutely.
It's so encouraging right off the bat.
It is. And what I think is so fascinating is, that first line.
Yeah.
It really just dives right in and says, nobody starts at the top. Every millionaire, every leader, every icon started clueless.
That word "nobody" is so powerful.
It really is. It's like it leaves no one out.
It leaves no one out.
It doesn't matter who you are.
You're going to start at the bottom.
You're going to start at the bottom.
And I love the breadth of examples.
Yeah.
Millionaire, leader, icon.
Yeah, it's not just about one narrow definition of success.
Exactly. It's not just about, one
Right.
field or one,
exactly.
one area of
It's
achievement.
this broad spectrum.
And they all started clueless.
So if we connect that back to how you might be feeling, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about something that you want to get good at, or you're looking at someone else and you're like, wow, they're so good.
Yeah.
How can I ever get there?
I can never do that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It really reframes that initial lack of knowledge.
Right.
It's not a deficit.
It's not a personal failing.
It's a universal starting ground for everyone who has ever achieved mastery.
Yeah, so that initial feeling of being a beginner,
Yeah.
which is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, we all hate it.
We try to avoid it.
We run from it.
Yeah.
It's actually the common ground.
Yeah, it's like the one thing we all share.
Exactly. So the question then becomes, okay, so how do we move past that?
Right. Well, the text actually gives us a really
Yeah.
actionable
Yeah.
piece of advice in its second sentence.
Yeah.
Start small, but start now.
So good.
That start small part, I think, is so important
Absolutely.
because it's so easy to get overwhelmed
Yeah.
by this feeling that,
Like the hugeness of the task.
yeah, like the hugeness of the task,
Especially if you're a beginner.
and you don't even know where it began.
Right.
And you're like,
So it's like, okay, break it down into the tiniest possible steps.
yeah,
Like, what is the smallest thing you can do
the smallest
to
thing.
get started?
Yeah, and I think about, like,
Mm.
learning a language.
Yeah. You don't start by,
You don't start fluent.
having a fluent conversation.
Right. You start with
Start with one word.
one word, one phrase.
One phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah. And build from there.
Yeah, so it's all about those initial,
Right.
seemingly insignificant actions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
actually.
why they're so important.
So crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the urgency of that second part. Start now.
Start now.
It's so easy to procrastinate,
Oh, yeah.
to say like, oh, I'm not ready yet,
I need to do more research.
or I need to buy the right equipment.
Yeah.
Or,
I need to read one more book.
yeah, I need to wait till the kids are asleep or whatever.
Right.
Um,
But that start now is so important.
yeah, what stands out to you about that?
I think for me, it's that waiting for the perfect time
Yeah.
is often just a form of avoidance.
Yes.
Right. There's always going to be a reason to put something off.
There will always be an obstacle.
Yeah. And so it's like, just start,
Just get started.
even if it's messy.
Imperfect action is better than no action.
So much better than no action.
Yeah.
And it's almost like that initial momentum.
Yeah. You build confidence.
Yes.
With each little step,
With every tiny step.
and it kind of snowballs.
Exactly. And so if we bring this all the way back around
Yeah.
to you and what you want to do,
Your aspirations.
yeah, what are your goals? What
Yeah.
are the things you're excited about?
Yeah.
This simple little piece of advice
Yeah.
gives you a path forward.
Mhm.
It's not about having the whole roadmap laid out.
Right.
It's not about knowing every single step in advance.
Yeah.
It's about taking that first one.
Getting the journey underway.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's really about,
Yeah.
it's more about the process than the destination.
Especially at the beginning.
Especially at the beginning.
Yeah.
So to sum up,
Yeah.
this short little piece remind us that
Mhm.
expertise is not some innate quality.
No.
It's not something you're born with.
It's a process.
Journey. And everyone, without exception, begins as a beginner.
Yes.
And the most important thing you can do
Yes.
when you're faced with something new
Yeah.
is to embrace that starting point
That beginner mindset,
Yeah.
that cluelessness.
and take that first tiny
Tiny-
small action
Yes.
and to do it now.
Do it now.
Don't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that brings us to a final thought for you.
Mhm.
What is one small, almost trivial step
Oh, I like.
you could take today
Yeah.
towards something you've been wanting to learn or achieve.
It could be so small.
So small.
That it seems almost silly.
Like ridiculous.
Yeah.
But remember, every expert you admire.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Was once exactly where you are right now.
Contemplating that very first move.
That first step.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, we'll wrap it up.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.